All right, let's talk about Midjourney V7. And listen, this isn't just some small update we're looking at. We're talking about a revolutionary leap forward for creators. But what really makes it so special? Well, let's just jump right in and find out with a quick test. Okay, so take a really good look at what's on your screen right now. I mean, check out the lighting, the texture of the skin, that expression. What do you think? Is this a real person snapped by a photographer? Or is it just a bunch of code crunched by an algorithm? And the answer is, it's an AI image. Yeah, wild, right? The line between what's real and what's generated is, well, it's pretty much vanishing before our eyes. And this is the new standard of realism we're all going to be dealing with. So this really brings us to a whole new era of realism. Let's dive in and explore what exactly V7 promises for creators like us. At its core, V7 is really built on three main pillars. You've got enhanced creativity, this unbelievable realism, and way more precise user control. The whole point is to create images that look and feel, well, stunningly human.
So you might be asking, okay, that all sounds great, but how does V7 actually do all that? Well, it's all about the powerful new tools it's adding to our creative toolkit. Let's break them down.
First step, and this is a big one that, people have been asking for forever, hyper-realistic human rendering. This has always been one of the biggest hurdles for AI image generators. We're talking about a whole new level of detail here. You get accurate facial proportions, lighting that's actually expressive, and these photographic textures in skin and hair. This update finally gets rid of that classic kind of blurry AI look, which makes it an absolute game changer for portraits, ads, or really any kind of visual storytelling. All right, the next tool in the kit tackles a major workflow bottleneck: speed. Because let's be honest, a great idea doesn't mean much if it takes forever to actually see it. Get this. The new engine is up to 40% faster than version 6. What does that actually mean for you? It means less waiting around and more time actually creating. You can test out ideas, experiment with different prompts, and find that perfect image in just a fraction of the time. Okay, so you've got a realistic image, and you got it super fast. But what if you need to really control the artistic direction? That's where the third tool comes in: enhanced style tuning. This feature basically gives you the control of a full-on art director. You can use natural language to tweak the lighting, adjust color palettes, and dial in the exact level of realism you want. This is so critical if you're trying to maintain brand consistency or just nail a very specific look and feel. And finally, the tool that solves one of the biggest frustrations for storytellers: character consistency. Let's talk about the new consistency mode. Think about it. How are you supposed to create a comic book when your main character looks different in every single panel? Or an ad campaign where the product setting keeps changing? This mode solves that. It locks in your characters and backgrounds, making sure everything stays the same across a whole series of images. It's a huge step forward for any kind of narrative project. So to kind of sum up the jump from V6 to V7, it's massive. We've gone from pretty good realism to straight up hyperrealism. We went from standard speed to a 40% boost. And we've moved from basic controls to advanced tuning and that game-changing consistency mode. It's just a complete and total upgrade. Now, with all these new tools, you might be thinking it's gotten more complicated, but getting started is actually incredibly simple. Here's a quick guide to making some stunning images. It's really just a simple 3-step process. First, you just select version 7 in your settings and write a really descriptive prompt. Then you use the remix feature to refine your best result. You can tweak poses, colors, whatever, without starting from scratch. And finally, you upscale your favorite image to get a high-res version that's ready for professional use. Easy. So we've got these incredible features and a super simple workflow. But what does all of this actually mean in the real world? How do these tools help you build a business or a brand? Well, V7 is a massive unlock for a whole range of creators. We're talking freelancers, bloggers, marketers, and side hustlers. All of them are now empowered to create professional-grade visuals completely on their own. And here's what that looks like in practice. Freelancers, you can whip up concepts for clients way faster. Bloggers, you can finally create a consistent visual identity for your site. Marketers, you can design stunning ad creative that actually converts. And for all you side hustlers out there, you can build entire businesses selling AI-generated art, book covers, or print-on-demand designs. And this part is absolutely crucial for any professional. Paid users get full commercial rights to their images. That means whatever you create, is yours. It's yours to sell, yours to use in campaigns, and yours to build a business around. Period. So this brings us to the most exciting part of all. We've seen the tech, we've seen the tools, and we've seen the applications. Now, the only question left is, well, it's a personal one. With tools this powerful, the barrier between your idea and the final execution has practically disappeared. So the question isn't really, what can Midjourney do anymore? It's, what will you do with it? Your imagination just got a serious upgrade. So, what are you going to create first?